What's up guys, it's me Eric B, and in this video I'm going to be doing a coolant change on the old R6 here. So I don't know when the last time it's been done. I'm not the first owner of this bike. I think I'm the third. So this is a 2017. This bike is a little over 4 years old, and in the service manual it says that you should change the coolant at 24 months or 16,000 miles. And I am nowhere near 16,000 miles on this bike. I have about 6,000, and yeah, it's been over 2 years, so I'm gonna change it out, you know, just to be on the safe side. I like to take care of my stuff, you know, keep everything in working order, and yeah, we're just gonna go with that. So what I'm gonna be doing is changing it out to engine ice. I think that's what a lot of guys do. I know that's like for the track, you gotta have something like that in the bike anyway, if I'm not mistaken. And if you guys own an R6, you know that this thing runs hot, especially when it's nice and warm outside. And usually, you know, when I'm sitting in traffic or something like that, this thing is getting up to, you know, 200 plus. So I just want to go on ahead and add that type of coolant to the bike. You know, hopefully it helps it run just a little bit cooler, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm doing something a little bit different, you know, doing a little night ride. I usually don't ride at night all that often, and I just haven't had a lot of time to ride during the day or anything like that, so just taking a little cruise tonight. All right, but without further ado, let's go on ahead and head over to the garage and start getting this fluid changed out.
Alrighty, we are back in the old garage here, and we already have the fairing off the bike and everything. I didn't want to take time taking that off, but you guys should already know that you're gonna have to remove the fairing on that side in order to get to the reservoir and the coolant and the hose and everything on the exhaust side of the bike. So that said, we have the coolant that we're going to be replacing the old one with. So I went and picked up some engine ice here, and I got this at Cycle Gear. It's about 25 bucks, just depends, you know, on where you get it from and everything else. You can get online and stuff like that. That's what we're going to be going with. Should take almost this whole jug to fill up, so we'll see how that goes. Also, you will need some distilled water, and the reason for this is what you're going to do, you know, once you take all this stuff off, you're going to want to flush the system, and you're going to want to use distilled water. You don't want to use tap water or anything like that, any like minerals and, you know, crap and stuff like that that's in it. You don't want to mess up your system with that type of water. So we'll go on ahead and get everything drained, and then start working it from there. Also, get yourself some sort of drain pan. I know I'm using a bucket, but whatever, this is all I have right now, just so you can catch all the fluid. And then make sure you dispose of this stuff properly. You do not want to, you know, let this stuff drain out into the ground, into the drain or whatever in the street, or let it get in the grass or anything. This stuff is, you know, still toxic and hazardous to pets and the environment and everything, and you gotta treat it just like, you know, engine oil or anything else. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so just for some of you that are new to the channel, so this is a 2017 Yamaha R6, and I don't think it's any different from, I think, what is it, 2008, 2009 on up. Everything should be pretty much the same. So what you're gonna do is follow this hose down from the radiator, and you're gonna find the lowest point on that hose to drain the fluid. So right here, there's gonna be a bolt right here. Go ahead and loosen that bolt up, let it start draining. Now if it starts to drain slow, just come up to the top and undo your radiator cap, and then that will free up the flow and let it drain a little bit faster. Now remember, you want to do this when the bike is cold. Do not try to do this when the bike is hot, because that fluid is scalding hot and you will burn yourself. Had to get that cap off. So just go on ahead and let that all drain, and then while that's draining, we'll move to the reservoir. All right, should be able to remove the reservoir by these two bolts right here, and then you're gonna want to get this this cap off here, which I'll probably do once I get it off. So it's a 10 millimeter. cap here. And dump it out into your bucket. All right, so I don't know if this is the correct way to do it or not, but I've seen some people where they'll take the distilled water, fill it back up, because you need to rinse it out, obviously, but they'll fill it back up, and then, you know, once they fill everything else up and run it through the system, I don't know if having water in here does anything while the bike is running and doing its thing, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and then I'll pull it back off and then dump it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so the next thing you wanna do is try to find you a funnel of some sort, or you can do it without it. If you can manage to get the water in there, go ahead and fill the radiator all the way up. And then once you get it full, we're gonna run the bike for a few minutes, get everything up to temperature until the fan comes on, and then we'll cut it off, let it cool, and then drain it. Ooh, a little messy. All right guys, so let me know down in the comments below how you do your flush. Do you allow the temperatures on the bike to get up high enough to let the fan cut on, or do you just let it get up to just a normal operating temperature and then shut it off? I don't know if there's really a right or wrong way to do it, but that's just how I did it. And then just be careful, give it some time to cool off. You don't want to burn yourself when that water comes out. And just so you guys know as well, I flushed it prior to starting the bike, so I ran some water through the system. You know, you want to get rid of that blue or green color, whatever type of coolant you were using, and then fill it up, and then start it, let it run for a minute, you know, get up to temperature, and then let it cool, and then drain it. All right, and the water is starting to look clear now, and once that's done draining, we'll go ahead and fill the radiator up with the new coolant. All right, let's go ahead and get the radiator topped off with this engine ice. Just gotta be careful here. All right, we got the radiator topped off, we got the reservoir back in there, and then you don't want to fill it all the way up. You want to kind of go somewhere in between low and full, and that is it. Go ahead and start the bike. Make sure you don't have any leaks or anything. You know, don't put the fairing on just yet. Check your drain plug and everything else, and you should be good to go. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys how much is left over after filling everything up. And like I said before, you only need one of these half-gallon jugs of engine ice. All right guys, that's it. Pretty straightforward. I hope this video helps you out. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the drain plug, service manual says 7 foot-pounds, but just make sure you don't over tighten it. Other than that guys, if you got any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.